Good evening, class. This is lesson 1, and today I'm going to be discussing the setting of the book Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Now, first, I want to talk about a dystopian society and what it is before we establish the setting. Now, a dystopian society is an imagined state where everything is unpleasant, bad, and even dehumanizing. Some attributes of this type of society is that propaganda is used to control citizens, like how the United States used it in World War I and World War II, like as you see in the picture. Now, also independent thought and freedoms are restricted, and citizens feel trapped. This society also distrusts nature and what it brings. Now, lastly, but most importantly, a dystopian society is an illusion of a perfect utopian world where the figurehead, in this case Montag, is worshipped but is really distrusted by its citizens. Okay, now the setting encompasses 3 subsettings, you could say, or subgroups, which can include the time, the place, and the atmosphere. And first we're going to talk about the time. Now, Bradbury wrote this novel in response to several things happening during the 1950s, such as the McCarthy hearings, so there was a distrust in government, and also the aftermath of World War II. Now, however, Bradbury intentionally made the setting ambiguous. So the time that takes place is in the future. And what makes us believe that is that Bradbury identifies the time period as 1999, and then Granger, a character from Part 3, mentions the atomic bomb's destruction 50 years ago, and other scholars have identified the time period as the 24th century. Okay. Let's talk about place next. So the place is presumably America, where Montag is the ruler of the dystopian society. Now, this city is described as cold and violent, and some specific places include Montag's house, which is described almost like a mausoleum, like you see in this picture here. And also a specific place is Faber's home, which is described as a simple forest. Okay. Lastly, we have the atmosphere of the novel, where a repressive government censors all literature, and citizens' lives are filled with trivial distractions, and people desire happiness in a way they can obtain it. Technology rules all, and war is imminent, and people do not think for themselves. People in Montag's society care and rely on technology for everyday life, kind of like how we are relying on technology more and more nowadays. And in a way, the technology is brainwashing the citizens to watch more and interact more through screens and less through books. All 3 of these subtopics that I have talked about develop the setting of the story. Now, once we as readers understand the setting, we can better comprehend other aspects of the book, like themes, symbols, and motifs. Okay, so next time when I see you, you can go ahead and answer this question and bring your answer to class, and we'll have an activity. Thanks, guys. See you then.